Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Hello there, Wurst and Foots. Nice to see you again. So, what we're gonna do tonight is continue life on the PvE server that I just restarted my Legends of Aria life in 3 days ago. So this is now day 3 of playing on the server properly, and I have been working really hard on this little mage that we started 2 days ago, and now she can actually, I stayed in corruption, and I've kept on like blasting spells with her, and now she can actually throw e-bolts as well. So she's gone quite nicely far ahead, and back then I didn't even have a fireball to cast with her, so she did manage to get a fireball, and then she moved on to casting lightning spells and greater heal, and now she can actually cast e-bolts as well. And her skills have gone up quite nicely, so of course we started her 2 days ago and she had, 30 skill points of all the majory skills, and now she has, let's just have a look here. So she has 82 channeling, 74 evocation, almost 80 healing. Lockpicking I have not been able to train with her at all because corruption doesn't seem, they've removed the chests from corruption. So yeah, so we're gonna actually go with this character, and we're gonna go to Pyro's Landing later on in the stream and then go and practice some lockpicking there. And then Magic Affinity 70.75, Manifestation 43. She hasn't cast very many healing spells on herself because Manifestation is all the sort of like defensive spells, for making gates and portals and healing yourself and curing yourself and stuff like that. So I haven't been casting too many spells with that, and that's why the skills are only 43 with Manifestation. I've been healing myself up with bandages, or yeah. So, and then Vigor, she has 48.5. So she has come along very, very nicely, and admittedly I have been working hard with her, so I have put a lot of hours into that. So it I think if you were to play the game just normally, in the evenings or whatever, it would probably take maybe a week to get to that point. But anyhow, let's start off the stream by let me tell you guys a funny thing that happened. So this is the other plot that I placed, and this is the larger one. And in the last stream I was showing this plot to you guys, and I was saying to you that man, I hope this neighbor doesn't mind me, moving right next door. So the plot size, let's just have a look here. Oh yeah, because this is for the other character owns this, so I can't put the resize on right now. But anyhow, here's the funny story. So anyone who has seen my streams before might remember that I had an issue when I was picking cotton in Elder Village, and a guy had accused me of being a scripter. They thought I was a bot, and I just was fast. I was just really fast at picking the cotton, and he didn't talk to me or anything, and he actually reported me, and I had a GM boot me from the game, and this happened a few weeks ago. And but yeah, I made peace with the guy who reported me, and I was able to convince him that I am certainly not a scripter. Anyhow, so now that I'm on this new server, this thing almost happened again. So I was picking cotton with my crafting character, and I was fast as I usually am doing that. And I think one of the things that people don't realize is that when you have a bit of cotton here and you double click it to start harvesting it, you can actually start double clicking another bit of cotton already beforehand, even before you're done, and then it will just instantly, it will go really fast to the next one. And that might look to some people like it's scripting, because your character moves so quickly over to the next one. I'm not sure why people keep thinking I'm a scripter, but I definitely am not doing anything like that. I'm just fast. But anyhow, okay, so here's the funny story. So here on the Europe PvE server, I was picking cotton, and then there was this dude and he was a little bit slower, and so I was able to grab a lot of the cotton, and then he was acting kind of weird. Like I was trying to smile at him, and I was trying to, you know, do a little bit of role playing. I was sort of batting my eyelashes at him, and I was saying things like "hello, handsome" and stuff like that. Just, you know, being a little bit of a jokester, and then he. Oh no, actually, that stuff came afterwards. Yeah, actually, at first I was just silent, and then he came up to me. He ran up to me. He saw I was picking the cotton because he would go away to do tailoring once in a while. And then he ran up to me when I was picking the cotton, and he said hello. And so I said, that's when I said to him, "Hello, handsome." And he didn't respond anything back. And then he ran away. And then I followed him, and because I knew, I had this sneaking suspicion that he's trying to test to see whether I'm a script or whether I'm going to like answer him or not. So I ran after him, and I was trying to, you know, ask him like, "Hey, did you want to ask me something?" Just to sort of like prove to him that if you're thinking that I'm like a scripter, I'm not, okay? So anyhow, so later on, but he didn't respond to me at all. I'm not sure if he noticed the messages I was trying to send him in the chat. Like he might have had the chat like closed like this, you know? And for anyone who doesn't know, you can actually lock the chat open with a little lock icon here. So yeah, he didn't respond to me. And so then I went back to pick the cotton, and then he comes back, and then I start talking to him. I say, you know, I started doing like role play flirting to him just because, you know, it's annoying to be thought to be a scripter. And so, you know, I was doing all this like role play flirting with him. Hello, Silent Pepe. Thank you so much. 4-month subscription. Thank you so much. And how are you doing tonight? Nice to have you here. Are you still playing Legends of Aria? And are you still enjoying the game? So anyhow, to continue the story, so yeah, so I was flirting with him, and he seemed, I don't know, he was a little bit on the quiet side. I don't think English was his native language, but he tried to start talking back, and yeah, when he didn't respond at first, I said to him, are you a bot? And then he finally said something back, and he said to me, "No, I thought you were a bot." And I said something along the lines of, "Now, why would you accuse a lady of something like that or something like this?" And I was just like sort of role playing, and I was being really sassy and really like flirty just because I was trying to amuse myself. I just thought it was like really funny to be kind of like a super duper flirt with him, just to make him a little bit like uneasy, because he was thinking I'm like a scripter, right? So anyhow, you know, it was just one of those things, and you know, the assumption is that you're never going to sort of run across the same guy ever again. So you know, I was sort of like in this mode that I'm just like throwing all these funny like things, thinking that I'm never going to deal with him again, and you know, I'm probably never going to see the guy, so you know, what's the risk there? However, then when I placed this house, I was checking on the taxes the other day. I think it was yesterday, yeah. And then I see the guy's name. Or rather, no. It was like he started to talk to me. He started to say hello, and I saw it in the chat, but I could not see him. And then I was like, "Hey, where are you?" And I was like running around. Where is he? Where is he? Where is this guy? And then he comes out of this house, and he was like, and I asked him, "Do you live here?" And so he actually owns this house that's right next to me. Like, what are the chances of that? What are the chances? That is crazy. Oh, okay, Silent Pep. Well, you have a good night at work. I hope you have good customers, and you have easy going at work tonight. Yeah, so so now I live next to this guy who I've been like super duper flirty with, and you know, for me, I'm just like joking around, like I'm not flirting, you know, like seriously or anything like that. So yeah, so when I realized that he lives here, and he came out of his house, and I said to him something along the lines of that, "Ooh, this is going to be great for what did I say? Something about this is going to be very handy for us to flirt then, or something like this. I don't know. Just sort of keeping with the role. So we're going to see how things go. And at least he knows, like, I'm not a scripter now. That's like just hilarious coincidence. And hello there, Andes. So actually I was just going to talk about the player base on this server. So do you mean in Legends of Aria in general, Andes, or do you mean on this community server? So anyhow, like, yeah, I was going to talk about the community on this particular server. So I've added into Nightbot this command. So if you put in server, let me see, let me just test whether this works actually. Yeah, Nightbot is working. Okay, so that's the server I'm playing on that I put into the chat, and it is a community server, and it is much more quiet, obviously, than the official servers. But it's enough that you see people around, but it's certainly not as crowded as on Crimson Sea. But here's the thing. The community is so small still on this server that not only is there tons and tons of space to build a house, like this plot that I placed here, for instance, we are this close to the gatekeeper. And there's Elder Village, so we're right here next to the gatekeeper. So that just, I think that's like a good example of just how much space there's still like left here on this community server. And it's not a new, I don't know how long this particular server has been up and running, but you know, it's not a new server by any, this has been around for a few months at least. That's at least how long I've seen it. But in general, if you were asking about whether what the player base is like in general on days, at least on the official servers, it is very, very busy. At least on Crimson Sea, you're always going to see, like, you know, tons of people at the bank, people sort of like fighting for mobs in the dungeons, or for lockpicking, or for fighting over the cotton and stuff. So, but here it's a much more calm. So sometimes I'll see somebody trying to do some cotton picking, but for the most part I've actually been able to pick cotton in peace without any competition whatsoever. Hello Raybark, how are you doing tonight? Nice to see you. Are you still playing Legends of Aria, Raybark? And Raybark, I have given up on Crimson Sea because I keep on getting ganked when I go to the wilderness areas, so I have moved now to the EU community server, the PvE one. So, and Andes, you're asking if there's a lot more players than on Worm Online. Well, if we're talking about Legends of Aria in general, I would assume so, yes. And I think a big sort of indicator of that is, for instance, when I've been streaming Legends of Aria, I will usually get at least double the amount of people on the stream, like that join watching the stream, than Worm. So how's life going for you and Pharrell, Raybark, on Crimson Sea? How are you guys enjoying the game? Are you still playing, both of you, actively? So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this mage that we started up 3 days ago. I'm just going to show you guys, like, how I am now managing in corruption. We're not going to spend too much time in corruption because I've spent so much time in corruption in my last streams. Now, of course, that we are on a PvE server, I am going to be able to graduate very soon to a little bit more of like a harder dungeon. So, but here's the thing, I met a guy. So one of the problems with this server is that since there's so few people, the ability to get like high-end gear and scrolls and stuff off of the merchants and vendors is very hard. So there are not very many shops around yet, and so trying to get scrolls to add to my spell book has been a bit of a challenge. And then I came across a guy in corruption, and he was like a grandmaster mage. So I asked him, like, hey, you wouldn't happen to have like an extra e-bolt scroll on you, would you? And then he said that he's actually, like, I explained my situation, that I've just started this mage, and And we struck up a deal, and he said that if I could give him like leather hides and fine scrolls, he'll provide me with a whole bunch of like high-end scrolls for my spell book. And so he's already given me the e-bolt, and I need to grind and gather some more leather hides for him to get I've also got the portal spell now in my spell book, and so I need to gather some more leather for him, and then we're going to be able to do a deal, and I'll get the rest of the high-end scrolls from my spell book, and then I'll be in a really, really good situation for going to the other dungeons. And Raybarg, you're saying that you haven't played any games for some weeks. I see, including Aria. Oh, it feels like you feel that it feels like a little bit of a toy version of Worm, so you don't know where you go when you get the gaming bug. But you've been following the updates, and they're pushing cool new stuff, so you'll definitely try some more. Yeah, right. And of course, you know Worm. So here's my other character, and I just have her parked over here. And of course, you know Worm is just that kind of game that, you know, it's you know, when you really understand the beauty of Worm Online, it just becomes this kind of game that it's always going to be there. It's always going to be fun to play. And even though, you know, I will take little breaks once in a while from Worm Online, I always come back to it. And I just have this feeling in my brain that, like, there's just no way I'm ever going to stop playing Worm Online. Whereas other MMOs, you know, I could definitely see myself just, like, quitting cold turkey. But that could never happen for me in Worm. And Andes, you're saying that you can't decide what game to play that has housing or at least crafting and such in it. You love making stuff and also making a house. Worm has so low player base, like 100 only. So, but Andes, surely Worm has more than 100 people though. Are you talking about how many have been online at a certain time on your particular server? And what server are you playing on in Worm Online? And is it Worm Online you're playing or Worm Unlimited? So, Andes, have you tried Legends of Aria yet? Because if you're looking for lots and lots of players, you might want to try one of the official servers, because there at least there's tons of people playing on those servers. And there you can definitely, you know, enjoy making a house. And of course, in the thing about Legends of Aria is you can't customize the house shape. You have to choose from a template and then you place that one. But you can build your own furniture and you can fully decorate it from inside. Anyhow, I have this other character over here because she needs to hand over a nice juicy pack of a whole bunch of goodies for my mage. So my crafter has been busy making like +1 defense mage robes and all kinds of like armor, and she's made some lock picks, and she's got some reagents here and also bandages and also some packs, so or these pouches. So let's just hand that over to Malena, and then I'll log off with the other character. Let's see, can she? Yeah, she should be able to. How much does that weigh? 242. She should be able to carry that, I think. Oh, we'll put them overweight. Okay, so what I'll do instead is I think I will just drop it on the ground, and this one will then lock it down. Let's just actually put it over here instead. And I have to lock all the items down individually. So let's just move it right there and lock that down. Unfortunately, it does not become as secure like it would be in a house. So I'm going to have to move these around and lock them down all individually, which is a little bit of a pain in the ass. And we can now turn this one off. So here we go then. This is going to be a little bit of a tedious thing, but and actually she should equip one of these. Let's put one of these on actually. Like so. And let's grab those ones. Actually, what I'll do is I will make one pack inside, which is like an armor pack. Let's just zoom in a bit here so you guys can also see a little bit better. It's a bit dark in the game right now. Now, is that locked down? No. So you cannot put it... Can I lock down anything in here when it's in a bag? No, I cannot. Shit. Okay. Damn. So in that case, we're gonna have to put this thing back here. Let me just let's just put those bandages. That's at least what's weighing this down. So let's put it here. There we go. Okay, so that's kind of annoying because I thought what I could do, I was planning to like lock down the pack and then lock down the individual items inside the pack. That's really annoying that you can't have a secure unless it's inside like a house. So you have to have a house to use the chests like they would be a secure container. So that, because this is annoying, guys. Like, this is so annoying having all of these little items like scattered all over the grass. And that's not so good, is it? So I'm not going to do anything with these pouches, really, am I? Damn. Okay, so. In that case, what are we going to do now? We're going to have to just organize these on the ground then, which is super annoying. And the taxes are due in 2 hours, 47 minutes. I have 29 silver and this costs 28 silver, so hopefully it works. So let me just actually let's put the resize on, just so I can see the borders of this plot, and let's put some armor over here and get that organized. There we go. It is going to be a bit of a tedious thing to do. At least she's going to have lots and lots of armor ready and waiting when they, because they wear out really quickly actually. She's already gone through like 2 sets of armor. She's been really busy training her skills. Where did it go? Over here? Yes. Yeah, I think what I'm probably gonna do is, so this plot that she has is gonna be this kind of like, what's the word when you have a device or you have mobile? Is that the word to use when you have like something that you can pack up and take with you? So this is going to be her mobile plot, and what I mean by that is that now that she is training her skills in corruption, I have the plot here, but then once she's ready to graduate to a higher end dungeon, I will then pack up the plot. I might actually buy a little house, like a small house. So you can redeed a plot and you can redeed a house, but you will just not get the materials back from the house that you built. So that's the only minus side about building a house. But with a small house, actually, how much? What kind of? Let's have a little sneaky peek at the amount of materials that you need for the very smallest house, because it would be nice to have at least one secure container. So let's have a little look here. Quickly. Legends of Aria housing. It's a super ugly house, but it would suffice as a temporary thing. So this thing, oh, it needs 250 wooden boards. I'm not really sure. Like 50 bricks, no problem. 70 iron, no problem. But 250 wooden boards, that's kind of like a pain in the ass to actually get that amount. So I'm not sure if it would be worth hacking up a house for that. But at least the plot itself is going to be something. At least that's my plan right now. I don't know like if this is a crazy stupid plan or not, but that feels like the thing I want to do. And that's why I'm sort of like just trying to manage with all of this crap lying all over the place. Why do I have a hatchet here? Safarina was supposed to keep that. Well, let's just lock it down and I'll give it to Safarina later on then. And also some lockpicks as well. Safarina made a few lockpicks for her as well. And we're going to be using those when we go to Pyro's Landing. I was watching Marquee Dragon's stream yesterday, and he was training his lockpicking in Pyro's Landing. Now, the only place I've been training lockpicking for my own characters up till now has been back in the old days when the chests were available in Corruption, but now that we don't have chests there anymore, at least from what I've seen, I'm gonna have to go and train my lockpicking somewhere else. And I was just watching him and I was like, huh, so cities have like chests that you can lockpick. I didn't know that. I just assumed that you had to go to dungeons to do that. But yeah, Andes in Worm though, like, did you know that with the servers, it's like at the end of the day with the servers, it's all just like by one big world, because you can travel between servers just by sailing your boat over them. So think of it this way, that it's this huge, huge world, and they're divided up into sections, and think of the 430 people in Worm as being, you know, the amount that's in the whole world, you know? I don't, it's really hard for me to like think of Worm as being separated, just because like today even I was sailing over to Pristine and then I sailed back to Xanadu, so I just think of them as zones, to be honest. Did you know that you can sail over the server borders and go explore? Okay, so we have all of this crap locked down. Out of all of this crap, let's just check her other armor as well. Defense, that one, what is the situation? Slightly worn. And she has pants on. What's their situation? Worn. Well, I'm just going to keep those on until they wear out completely. And these pouches, I could keep one in my backpack and keep it as like a loot item. Like I'll assign it to be loot for a loot. Yes, I understand that. Let's put another one down there. Lock down. And what's this one? This is empty. Okay, we're going to assign this pouch here to be a loot bag. And then, what's our reagent situation right now? And let's lock down that hat as well. Like so. And 230 bandages seems like a pretty good thing. We have our lockpicks, not that we're going to need them in Corruption really. How much do they weigh actually? 1. Okay, I'm just going to keep that in my backpack. Moss, maybe we could grab a little bit more moss. So let's grab 100 moss. Interesting. There we go. 100. There's something glitchy going on there a moment ago. And lockdown. This is a bit annoying having to... Anytime I want to split the stack and grab some, I have to release it and then lock it down again. I'm always paranoid whether I... Were those not locked down? That's buggy, actually. That is buggy. Look at this. When you mouse over this, it does not say locked down. And then when I try to lock it down, Select an object on your plot to lock down. That item is already locked down, so the mouse over is kind of like bugged right now. With this one you can see locked down. 563 moss, ingredient, locked down. 682 mushrooms, ingredient, and there's nothing. There's no mention of that. No mention here either, although this is clearly locked down, you see? Very strange. I have not seen that bug before actually. That's a bit annoying. So Andes, about Worm. I have been soloing all my Worm life. I love it. I love to solo in Worm. I do everything on my own there. You don't need a group there at all. And Andes, about finding a place to build. What you need to do is try, like I think Raybarg's suggestion of Independence is a good choice because it's going to be big enough that you're going to find a place to build. What might have happened when you played Worm a few years ago is you probably went to one of the smaller servers and then it was so packed full of people that it was hard for you to find a place to build. Now the largest server Xanadu, it has tons and tons and tons and tons of space to build. So you should have no problem finding a spot. Hello, Chabney. Nice to see you. Hermits of Worm unite. So Anders, the difference between Worm Online and Worm Unlimited is that Worm Online is the official like MMO version, which is run by the Worm team. And Worm Unlimited is taking the main game itself, the engine, the graphics, the gameplay, and it is making it so that players can make their own servers. So in Worm Unlimited, all the servers, there are no official servers there. They're all run by just normal players. But I recommend starting off with Worm Online, the official like MMO version. And it's also free, by the way. Whereas Worm Unlimited, you have to buy it in Steam. Okie dokie. Now, do we have everything we need? Oh yes, this is our loot bag. And how much do we have of these reagents now? Yeah, 50 is probably going to be enough of those ones. I hardly use those other reagents. So, here we go, guys. Now you're going to actually see, I started this mage 3 days ago. Like the day before yesterday, basically. And at first she was like, she could not manage, she could hardly manage in corruption. I took her there the very first day, but it was like super dangerous. But now she can actually manage there and she's throwing e-bolts now. Who do we have here? Aelin Tibonik. Okay, let's hope that there aren't any imps there. We're not going to spend too much time here, just a little bit of time. And just to show you guys like how, oh, the horse. Damn, I need to take that horse away. Good thing that I have my plot right outside. There we go. Got ourselves a little... And we need to remember to harvest as well. Let's take that horse away. So what I usually do is I throw poison and then a couple of e-bolts will take this little nasty guy down, but she still fizzles with the e-bolts half of the time. But she's doing pretty well, and before you know it, she's going to be able to throw e-bolts without fizzling at all. She's getting there though. Okay, let's go and grab some more imps. Come on, little guy. There we go. So as you can see, like, to think that she only started a couple days ago, we've come really far, actually. Man, I really wish I could drag my HP bar over and keep it right here. It's such a bother to, because the thing is I have this really big monitor because I have like a drawing table is my monitor. And so I really have to like, this is like way, way, way up high for me to actually look at. Quite annoying. Quite annoying that you cannot detach that. Keep forgetting to harvest, and that's one of the main reasons we're here, actually, because one of the goals is to actually farm lots and lots of the leather hides, and because I'm going to be using those as currency to buy the scrolls, the spellbook scrolls from that one player, and he wants 100 leather hides per higher end scroll, per ancient scroll. So gonna have to get my my mana up here. The only problem with these little imps is that they spawn at such a fast rate. You can hardly have time to get your mana up. See what I mean? I'm gonna have to retreat just a little bit now because they're gonna start spawning in this area as well, and then they're gonna have me surrounded. So let's just lure this little guy over here. So when I first started actually like killing these imps, and all I had at that point was Rune and Magic Missile or whatever it was called, it was pretty hopeless. And then once she got a fireball, she had to cast like tons and tons and tons of fireballs, so I was really burning through the reagents at that point. Let's see now. And then she moved on to lightning, and it was like maybe 4 lightnings I had to cast, and now it's, as you can see, it's just like 1 poison, and do I have anything else here? 1 poison and a couple e-bolts, and then an imp goes down. So so it's really nice to see the progress so fast. Let's see if we can get in. Oh, there's an imp. Man, I really love the mages in this game. They feel so powerful. It just feels like so powerful to play this character. wonder if the game sounds are actually a little bit on the quiet side. Let's just bring those up a bit. And then also maybe turn down the music just a smidgen. Well, it is pretty low already. Hey there, Hekio. Welcome to the stream. I'm trying to remember whether I've seen your name before. Have you been on my stream before? Uh-oh. Here we go. This is what I meant about getting surrounded. Can just let this little guy die off, really? Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Hekio. Hekios. He is not going down with that poison. What a... He's a stubborn little guy. Ah, you've seen my YouTube, the stuff on my YouTube channel. I see, I see. Well, very nice of you to join us. Nice to have you here. And do you play Legends of Aria or Worm Online, or what MMOs do you like to play? Yeah, she's doing very nicely. You know, at this rate, I might actually be able to go and investigate. We might actually go and investigate. Here's the plan. We'll just spend a little bit of time here. I'll get myself warmed up a little bit, and then we will go and train the lockpicking just a little bit in Pyro's Landing. And then I think I will go and try one of the other dungeons. Maybe a dungeon I've never been to before. She still does fizzle those E-bolts half the time. So you just downloaded Legends of Aria. Wow, welcome to the game. I hope you enjoy it. So you used to play Ultima Online, EverQuest, Guild Wars, Elder Scrolls Online. Nice. So we have the same taste in music. Big games, I mean, MMOs. Yeah. It's been a long time actually since I played Elder Scrolls Online. I mean, it's a very solid game. My only complaint, and it's beautiful, I mean the game is absolutely stunning, like I love the graphical style of the game. They've done a good job there. My only problem with Elder Scrolls Online is that I just find that the combat is a little bit on the boring side. It's a little bit too easy. I'm not sure, like, whereas I find the combat in World of Warcraft is a little bit too hardcore for me. It's a little bit too complicated. There's too much stuff to remember in World of Warcraft. But then Elder Scrolls Online is at the other end of the spectrum, and something like in between the two of them would probably be the best. As far as combat goes, I really love the style that you have in Ultima Online and Legends of Aria. This is just my favorite out of all of the ways to play the game as far as combat goes. Let's see if we can get her in a little bit deeper. Probably going to want to open that backpack here. not doing too well right now. She's on the verge of dying, actually. Ooh. Fizzled her greater heal as well. Okay, time to retreat. Time to retreat a bit. Yeah, I need to work on my manifestation so she can actually heal herself a little bit better. I've been a little bit lazy about training those defensive skills. Or spells, rather. Yeah, that's true. The guild system in Elder Scrolls Online, it's a little bit strange. It's a little bit. I'm that kind of person that if I'm belonging to a guild, I hate it if there's this kind of pressures to be like really active and be like on, online every single day. So anytime that I joined a guild there, and which you really need actually for doing the trading stuff, right? To be able to like use the auction like futures of the game, I guess you have to actually belong to like a merchant guild or whatever they were called. I forget now. Yeah, anytime I belong to one of those, I usually end up like booted at some point because I'm just not active enough. So it's a very strange system in Elder Scrolls Online in that respect, for sure. So I am on a community server. I started off originally on Crimson Sea, which was the official European server. But I'm finding that it's a bit frustrating for me because I'm not a PvP person. So whenever I'm going to, like on Crimson Sea, my characters have come to a point where for me to do really anything, any of the higher end stuff, I have to go into the PvP zones, and I just get ganked like over and over and over again. So I've given up now on the official servers, and I'm now on a community server, which is a PvE server. I'll give you the name any second here. Let me just get this little guy taken care of first. And these guys need to be looted, both of them. I'm completely out of mana right now, so let me just get them looted and then I'll run up to the safe spot. I hate that thing where you have to, after you've like harvested or looted a corpse, you have to take like a step or two to then do the next action. That's like so annoying. Okay, let's just take her over here. And there's a little imp guy over here. We better take care of him as well. Oh man, gotta love this energy bolt. It's so efficient. And then let's get her mana up as well. Let's just go up here to the safer spot for a moment and I can give you the server name. So I'll put it here in the chat. Using my handy dandy new Nightbot command. You only have enough time to play once or twice a week. I see, I see. Yeah, well, the only problem with, that aspect for you is not really a problem unless you own land or own a house, because in Legends of Aria, that is, because you have to pay taxes every Friday for the plot that you own. And so obviously you're going to have like a good reserve of money to keep the taxes paid up. So that's the only downside, really, if that's your sort of playing schedule. But if you don't own a house, then there's nothing you have to worry about because you just buy the game. There's no subscription fee or anything like that. Oh, I forgot to actually harvest this little guy. I'd really like to get in a little bit deeper, but I have to get past these annoying little imp guys, and they just spawn so fast. I really have to work on manifestation. Come on, little guy. Die already. There we go, finally. That was a close call. Wasn't doing too hot there for a moment. This Arrowint guy who just arrived to the dungeon, I've been seeing him around here quite a bit. He usually is with his mage buddy though, so I don't know where his friend is. We've been sort of healing each other up as we go along. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say actually about the size of the community on this server, is that since the community is so small, it's sort of like Worm Online in the sense that you sort of have to be nice, because if you're not nice, like everyone sort of knows each other here. It's such a small bunch at this point still. So and I don't have any problem with that obviously, but it's a nice thing from my perspective because that means that people are going to be a little bit more careful about how they behave. So you're not going to have like super assholey kinds of people on this server, simply because, you know, if you ruin your reputation, people are not going to want to deal with you. They're not going to want to do any trades with you or go on dungeon crawls with you or anything like that. So, you know, it's best to be on good behavior here. So that's one of the sort of plus sides about having such a small community here. And it's the same thing in Worm, really. Our tax is very expensive. Well, I now have the smallest size plot on, or I'm not sure whether maybe it can actually, like, my small plot right now costs, what was it, maybe about 70 silver a week, something like that. And at this point, she can make 70 silver within an hour, so it's not too bad. And I was just gonna say that I'm not sure whether you can actually, maybe you can even, like once you place the plot, it could be that you can actually, oh, this looks bad. Maybe you can actually even, you might be able to actually like make it smaller once it's placed. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you can. Oops, this is not looking good at all. Let's get out of here. So it could be that you can actually, because you can resize the plot at any time. I'm not sure whether they've changed it so like once you have a house whether you're able to resize after that or not. At least before you could not resize once a house had been built on a plot. But at least without a house you can resize the plot at any time. So you might be able to actually just resize it to be smaller once the plot has been placed. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's still not too bad. Now on a larger plot, when you want to have like the maximum size is 30 times 30 tiles, and for that the weekly tax would be well over a gold, maybe even a couple of gold for the largest size. I'm not sure how much it is for a 30 times 30. Could even be several gold for that. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, you know, once you get your, like, definitely when you first start the game, it's going to be hard to make the 70 silver, but it depends on how active you are, like, when you get started. So, like I was saying, I started this character, like, a couple days ago, and already now she's doing very well, but for her to have made, like, 70 silver on that first day, that would have been very challenging. Now it's like easy peasy. So basically the best way to go about it is to just invest a lot of time in the very beginning, get your characters going so they can make some money, and then you can sort of like sit back and relax, you know? You have simple goals, yeah. I don't need the largest size either myself. And actually some of the smaller houses are some of the most coziest, to be honest. I want to get to a point where I'm not fizzling too badly with the e-bolt. And so I will dare to take this character over to one of the larger dungeons tonight. See if we can. I really want to get past this. Like, this in all of corruption, this is probably actually the most challenging spot. Ironically, the easiest spot in the whole dungeon is the end boss. It's just this one demon that sort of just walks around, and he's super easy to kill. I don't understand. And it's this big arena. You have a lot of space to walk around there. Like, I don't. It feels a bit like it's buggy or something. I'm not sure. This is actually the worst part in the whole dungeon, and once you, well, maybe not the worst, the second worst part. The worst part is when the gargoyles start. But it's definitely hard getting past this point. As you guys can see, like these little imps keep on spawning, so it's just really, so for anyone who is just starting to go to corruption and who is assuming that it's actually like it gets harder and harder, it's not true. This is one of the harder spots in the whole dungeon. It's really crazy, actually. Let's put a poison on this guy as well. Let's just go up here and heal up a little bit. Let the poison kill the other one off gradually. Let's see if he'll just die off. There we go, he died off from the poison. You like fishing, crafting, and adventuring. Yeah, you're gonna love this game then. The fishing, I am pretty happy with the fishing otherwise, but what I'm missing from the fishing is the fact that we don't have ships. We don't have like boats that we can sail around in like we had in Ultima Online. And apparently those are coming at some point, but they're definitely not in the game yet. So I don't know what the plan is for that, because fishing is a little bit boring in that respect. I really loved, I mean, one of the greatest joys of fishing in Ultima Online was, you know, grabbing your boat and going off sailing the seas and fishing in different, just like feeling in your own, like you're in your own little world. I love that feeling of just exploring and fishing as you went along. So hopefully that is coming at some point. Because right now all you can do really is just fish on the shores or on a pier. Oh my gosh, that feels so powerful. Love it. Just love it. Okay, can we finally get in a little bit deeper? Can the imps just stop their spawning just for a moment? Let's just run down here and take a chance and take down... Oh, there's like 3 of them. Shit. Let's see if I can make this. Should have gotten my my mana up first. Let's put a poison on. I'm running out of mana. That's the problem here. Just too hard. You see what I mean? Probably gonna die here if this continues. Now we got another imp over here. Yeah, not good, not good. Just so hard to get in deeper. Go, 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 go. Heal, 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 heal. Oof, we got a heal on there. Thank God. Yeah, it's so hard to get in deeper there. That's like one of the worst spots right there. Not sure how I'm gonna be able to do this now. Thankfully, my healing is already high enough that when I bandage myself, it will also cure, which it does not do in the very beginning. There we go. Nasty little imps. At least they drop lots and lots and lots and lots of reagents. That's why I was in such a rush to get to corruption with this mage right from the get-go, just so that I wouldn't be losing like reagents and having to keep on buying them. So one major mistake I made just now was before I went to that part, I had not actually regenerated my mana. So let's do that and let's try again. You liked fishing and in Elder Scrolls Online. Scenery was gorgeous, music, weather made it immersive. You know, I usually love fishing in the different MMOs, but I cannot remember. I do not think I've actually fished in Elder Scrolls Online. I don't think I have. So what is fishing like in Elder Scrolls Online? Like, for instance, obviously you get fish, but do you get like any other things like little treasures or messages in bottles, SOS scrolls, treasure maps, anything like that? Or like, you know how in World of Warcraft you can get all kinds of like a little garbage and things, like also in Ultima Online? And can you speed up mana regeneration? I don't know if there is any other way to speed up. Like, there's a spell which I'm using once in a while. It's called Infuse, and it says here, sacrifices up to 20% of caster's max stamina in exchange for 25 to 75% of that amount in mana. And obviously she's using, like, every time she's regenerating mana, she's using the focus skill, and that obviously gets better the more you have channeling skill. So it's going faster and faster and more efficiently. not sure if there's like another way to make it go faster. It could be that there is a... Actually, it could be that there's a skill book that makes mana regeneration go faster. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked into the skill books because in all of the times that I've played like Legends of Aria, I started in the beginning of December, and out of all of this time I've only gotten one skill book in all that time, so I don't know really too much about the skill books yet. Okay, let's get our mana up this time. So you're saying that in ESO, you need different baits depending on the type of water you fish in. Oh, they actually made an update to Worm Online, which is similar. It's gotten really complex, the fishing in Worm Online. You can dig up different types, like you can dig up grubs from the ground, you can gather some grubs and things, and you can catch flies with sugar and honey and all this kind of stuff. And when you build, oh, look at them all, there's tons of them all over the place. When you build a fishing rod in Worm, it's like a really complex system now. You have to make the reel, you have to make the line, and all of this. Like, it's a super cool system, and they have fishing nets and buoys and all this kind of stuff. So so that's how it is in ESO then. And you can get maps and rare eggs needed for crafting plus achievements. I see, I see. I should try the fishing in Elder Scrolls Online someday. Why are there 4 of these little bastards over here? How annoying. Let's just put a poison on all of them. And then just run away. And see if that helps. Oh, this looks really nasty, actually. Wonder if I'm gonna... Actually, I think I have to go and escape just for a moment. Thankfully, they're like... The damage does not reset like it would in many other MMOs. It stays unless they start to heal themselves. Chabney, running away helps. Yeah. Oh, it's similar for baits in ESO as well, Heiko, I see. Or Hekio. Hello there, Sugar Rich. Welcome to the stream. Do you play on this server as well? Oh, and that reminds me, guys. I put the setting in Discord so that it would show when I'm streaming. Let's just see whether that's actually showing now. Let's see if that is showing. So hold on now. Hold on now. Do I show here somewhere? Where can I see myself? I see myself in the list here. I want to see whether the... See, I said it... I connected Twitch to my account here in... Malena. No, it's not showing the little text here underneath. So, just to show you guys, let me just zoom in here. So what I'm talking about is... I want to get this thing showing that when you're streaming, and it's not showing for me at all. And I have connected Twitch to Discord. Does anyone know how I can get that to show? I don't understand why it's not showing. That's quite annoying. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about those imps. Okay, let's go back in. Get them killed off. Oh, did somebody run through here while I was looking at the Discord stuff? I guess so. I wonder though, I might have had enough damage on them, like somebody's clearly killed them. But did I have enough damage that it would have been my kill, you know? I guess not. But somebody's just run through, so this is like the perfect opportunity to actually go in deeper. Yeah, somebody's been right through here just now. There's one little imp. Let's take care of him. Quickly now before they spawn, because there's corpse. I'm not even gonna harvest this guy. Let's just go very quickly through before they, because they're killed now here at the bottom as well. This is the perfect moment now to finally get in. Oh, there's the mage. Hello. That's the mage that's gonna sell me those scrolls, and who gave me the e-bolt and the portal scroll. Let's put this keeps on resetting. Going good. Loving the e-bolts. And I know he's probably here mainly for those hides as well. He needs lots and lots and lots of leather hides. So he probably wants those hellhounds. Let's get that little imp out of the way. Thankfully those hellhounds are kind of dumb. They, they're kind of slow, and I don't know, they're sort of like slow-mo. They're just sort of like, they don't run after you really so much. Super easy to kill off. But they do a lot of damage. Like if they do get close, they do a lot of damage compared to the imps. Okay, let's get our mana up a bit. So Shogarich, you mean country? I'm in Finland. So Shogarich, do you play on this server as well? Okay. Now you see, guys, there are no, like, all the chests are gone. It sucks. It sucks big time. Like, part of the joy of actually coming in here before was lockpicking those chests. So I'm not sure why they just completely, like, if they felt that there was like too many chests, they could have at least, just kept some of the chests here. Somebody did mention that you'll sometimes see a random spawn of chests, but I have yet to see a single chest actually here after they did the dungeon update. Okay, let's get farther away from that nasty old hellhound. And actually I can just, because he just sort of like stands there, so I can actually just get my get my mana regenerated while he's just like dying from the, let's put another poison on him. And that did the trick. So yeah, that was the mage, guys, that I'm actually gathering this leather for. Oh, you play on the official Europe on Crimson Sea. Yeah, that's where I was playing up till now. But I a couple days ago I moved to this server because I want to be able to enjoy the stuff that's in the wilderness areas. And I just keep on getting ganked whenever I go to wilderness, so I got fed up with it. And it's crazy too, guys, because I actually, when I bought the game, I bought the Lord Pack. So all the Lord Pack stuff is on Crimson Sea right now. There's no way for me to get it over here. So that's the sacrifice I'm actually making, guys. Can you imagine? I have all that like really expensive Lord Pack stuff worth hundreds of gold, and it's all over there. So that's how badly I wanted to. That's the sacrifice I had to make to be able to enjoy the game. It's kind of sad. Okay, we're gonna have to use the refresh, or infuse rather. Get some mana. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. You thought maybe Sweden. My voice is very calming. Aw. Well, very nice to hear that you're enjoying the voice. Many people do comment on my voice for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, and actually a lot of people actually assume I'm from Sweden because they say I have an accent, and that's probably from living in Finland. I'm originally from Canada, but I've been living in Finland my whole adult life, so it's probably a little bit of that Finnish has sort of rubbed off on my accent a bit. And I have heard that before. People have assumed before that I'm from Sweden for some reason. Let's see if we can get in a little bit deeper and take down some of those harder imps and gargoyles. This mage is saying that I should tell him I'm actually streaming, by the way. Let's see if we can catch him. Where is he? He's down here. So you're on stream right now. Okay, there is one of these little guys. Greater imps. There's actually two of them. Let's lure one of them over here. Come on. He didn't even notice me. Come on. Come on, little guy. Let's go and play. Let's go and play in the corridor. Come on. Come on. Just around the corner. Don't be shy. Now, these guys are a little bit harder to tackle, and with two greater imps, it's impossible still. Like, that I cannot do. Way too hard with two of them. They just kill me instantly. But one I can still handle on my own. Hello there, Dude Jensen. How are you doing tonight? Oh, I need to get my mana up a bit. Oh, you're Canadian, Hekiko, as well. Or Hekios, I should say. Cool. Whereabouts from Canada are you? Oh, Kimmy! Hello! Kimmy is raiding with a party of 11. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I'm assuming there's a whole bunch of Wormians coming in with Kimmy. Worm, of course. Worm Online is my favorite MMO in the whole wide world. How did your stream go, and how is life in general for you, Kimmy, right now? How has your week been? Oh, shit, there's a whole bunch of greater imps up there. We are playing Legends of Aria, which is a sandbox MMO that has a very... There's a lot of similarities to Worm. So basically, if anyone played Ultima Online back in the day, this is a similar game. It's 90% exactly like Ultima Online, just looks prettier. We're in a dungeon right now, which is the easiest dungeon, and I started this mage 3 days ago, and she has come really far because I've been working really hard on her. Hello, Makufer. And hold on now. Yeah, so Ontario, heck yes, I see. I'm from Calgary originally. Oh, you're going to give the PvE server a try, Sugarrich. So are you not... Are you the same as me, that you're not really a PvP kind of person, that you'd prefer the PvE content? Because I've really been enjoying myself. I've been so relieved now to be on this server. It's like, finally, like I can just enjoy all the content without having to be worried about getting ganked and stuff. And Kimmy, are you still playing... what the heck was it called again? The one with the dinosaurs? Ark. Is you and your little gang of friends, are you guys playing Ark still? Things are good, just cold. Oh. Yeah, the weather's been a bit crazy all over the world again this year, hasn't it? Okay, these two guys, they're just like these greater imps. They're not even noticing me whatsoever. Oh. Just as I was gonna say. Okay, we need to get our mana up actually before we start playing with those guys. They're pretty nasty actually, but they give much nicer loot than the smaller imps. Okay, there's one. That's good. So he ran off, and I just need him to come around the corner. So I'm just gonna duck around the corner in a moment. He doesn't have line of sight of me right now, so. Okay, we got our mana up. Here we go. Let's take this brute down. And there we go. That was really fast. So that E-bolt is really starting to work now. We don't have to worry too much about fizzling the E-bolt anymore. This year is only 1.5 months old so far. True. Yeah, I meant Dujens, I meant sort of like the past year, like in amount of time wise. So I sort of said it in a clumsy way. Okay. And actually, these guys, you know what spell I need? I need the mark spell so that I can actually mark runes. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Ragtag. So, yeah, so you're the mage here, right? Yeah, so we are actually streaming, and I was just explaining to those guys that I need to get you a big pile of leather hides. So I'm working my butt off here for you. I'm working my butt off. And Ragtag, actually, we're connected on Discord. So here's a question for you. Can you actually see, like, I cannot see it in Discord at all. You know how if somebody is streaming and they have Twitch connected, you can see the little text underneath their name that they're streaming? So can you actually see that under my name on Discord? Because I cannot see it. When I look myself on Discord, I cannot see it. And I was just telling these guys that, like, I wonder why it's not working. So I'm assuming you can actually see that because you were able to actually find my stream. So Ragtag is this Grandmaster Mage that is just like... Ragtag is like an angel from the heavens because... because... the community is so small on this server that the likelihood of trying to find like the higher end scrolls for your spell book is really hard, actually. I was, even to get like lightning and greater heal, I was like looking all around at the different merchant shops, and I ended up only finding on one like store those 2 spells, and I paid 20 silver for each of them, which is probably way too much than I probably should have been paying for them. And this was before I met you, Ragtag. And then I was like, crap, like how am I ever gonna get the higher end scrolls, because I can't get past the imps, right? So and then I happened to meet you here in the dungeon, and I was asking you whether you had an extra e-bolt on you by any chance, and then you offered to sell me a whole bunch of these better scrolls if I could get like some leather for you. So it's just like, it's like heaven opened, the gates of heaven opened for me, because I would not have had any chance of getting those spells otherwise. So I have a feeling that song is a little bit on the loud side. Let me just remove that. Because unfortunately Winamp does not sort of equalize the... the volumes. You know how Spotify does? It will sort of it will even out the volumes of everything, so it's annoying that some of those songs are a little bit louder. Oh, no, 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 no. Get out of here. Get out of here. Let's hope that the other greater imp just sort of runs here into the hallway. There we go. Perfect. That's exactly what I needed. Oh, you found me on the streams listing. I see. Yeah. And here's the thing, that to actually get the inscription higher though, you're gonna have to have the scrolls, right? And then if you cannot get into like the higher end areas of the dungeon, how the heck are you then gonna get the scrolls, you know, the fine scrolls and stuff like that? Like, no chance. So to get the fireball, I actually did use inscription to be able to get that one, but then the bottleneck was then getting the better scrolls. That was the thing. So yeah, it was such a nice thing to be able to meet you, and I'm so thankful that you wanted to do this deal with me and offered to make those scrolls for me if I can get you some leather. Like, I'm so thankful. I'm just so like inspired now to get all this leather for you. Bone Magi are easy. So those give do those give like so are they at the cemeteries, like Valus Cemetery for instance? Burned village in Denier. I see. Yeah, and so my background, Ragtag, is that I was actually I started Legends of Aria in the beginning of December, and all of this time I've actually been playing on Crimson Sea, so the official European server, and but I am a PvE person, and I'm also kind of like a solo player, so I have gotten really far with my characters on Crimson Sea, and I have like 2 houses, 2 plots, and I have all this nice stuff there, but I'm starting to get to a point where for me to get anything better, I have to go into the wilderness areas. And for instance, the spot that you just mentioned, I could have never gone into that spot on Crimson Sea because I've had really, really bad luck that any time I go into the PvP areas, I get ganked like almost immediately. It's just like, it's 30 seconds in and then somebody ganks me. Is this guy stuck? What's going on with that guy? Is he sort of like stuck in the geometry? Oh, there he is. And so what happened is that like I was streaming like a few weeks ago, and all I wanted to do was go and mark some runes in the wilderness areas, and I got ganked almost immediately. And then I just got so depressed with playing the game. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Bloody Syndrome. Welcome to the stream. So I got ganked almost immediately in Oasis, and I was just like, oh, this is just so depressing and so demotivating. And so actually, I haven't been playing Legends of Aria at all for the past couple of weeks, about 3 weeks really. I got so demotivated, and then a couple days ago I thought to myself, you know, there's one possibility. Maybe I need to go over to the community server. Up till this point I've been sort of like saying to people that I don't want to play like properly on a community server, because, you know, at the end of the day you're putting years of your efforts and your time into a server that is in the hands of just like a normal player. So, you know, it's a bit of a risk that you're gonna lose everything at some point. But I started to realize that you know, it's either that I don't play at all because I didn't feel motivated at all to play anymore on Crimson Sea, or I just, you know, take a leap of faith and try this server, this community server, and here I am, and I'm really enjoying myself, and I'm so happy I made that choice. And so maybe you can tell us, Ragtag, like, what has this server been? How long have you been playing on this server, and what's your experiences like? Do you feel that the server is run well, and do you feel that the folks are nice here? And I need to actually work on my manifestation, so I'm just gonna heal you up a bit here, because I keep fizzling my greater heal. Okay, so what's next? Maybe we could now move on. Let's just let's move on to, gotta get my mana up, and I think I'm gonna move on to doing the lockpicking in Pyro's Landing, and then we will go and see if I can actually manage in one of the other dungeons. I'm gonna go and check out a dungeon I've never dared to check out before, because on Crimson Sea I couldn't. It was too scary to just get ganked, so now finally I have the opportunity to check what these other dungeons are like. So I'm really, really excited to do that. Now I don't have a bindstone yet on my little plot, so we're gonna have to run all the way out of corruption, and I'm just gonna go and leave my loot there, and then we will head off to Pyro's Landing after that. Hello, MMO Kella. Nice to see you again. The pop should increase with cuts per streaming. Oh, the population of the server. Well, I hope so. It would be nice to have a few more people here. I am enjoying how empty it is, really, to be honest, though. Like, it's kind of nice that you're not competing for things like cotton and everything all the time with other people, but maybe you could use a few more people. That's definitely true. And especially like once you want to go and do the awakenings and go into the higher end dungeons, you can't do that really solo, I don't think. So let's take down that nasty little imp. And hello there, Bloody Syndrome. Have I played Divinity Original Sin? So that's I think that's the one I have actually installed. Let me just check 1 second. Was that the one that we got free now, that Blizzard was giving out free recently during BlizzCon? I think that was the one, wasn't it? Let me see now. No, that was, I'm thinking of another game that starts with a D. Not Divinity, is it? What was the game that Blizzard was giving away free? Like the second part of the game was giving free during BlizzCon in the recent months. I thought it was Divinity, but I'm thinking of another game starting with D, I think. Destiny, that's the one, yeah. So I have not played Divinity Original Sin. No, I have not. And hello there, Salbag. Nice to see you on the stream. Welcome. Man, I really miss the chests. Why did they remove all of the chests? Like, why not, you know, just remove like maybe half of them or something if they wanted to make this a little bit more simple than, you know, to push people to go to the better dungeons. I'm not sure. I thought that was a bit radical, just removing all of the chests from here. Yeah, actually, one of the things I wanna, as far as my money is concerned, like what I'm gonna put my money to next is actually a bindstone before I even work on a house, because being able to just like a hearthstone straight out of a dungeon straight to your plot is so handy when you're just like grinding and farming like loot and stuff. Gonna have to retreat just a bit here. Oh, we're in a bad situation here. Saved at the last minute. Thank goodness for Infuse that you can get your mana up very quickly. It takes it away from the stamina. Come on, little impy. Let's get this little guy killed. Oof, we made it. 3 imps at the same time. It just goes to show how quickly you can get the skills up in a few days. We need to get some mana, just in case something spawns before I even think about looting here. Oh, a hellhound. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Oof. Mana. Begin to focus. Okay, good. Whew. Kind of was afraid I'm going to be a goner there. It's a little bit intense with 3 imps and then the one... And there's this mage that I've seen, another mage. And there he is. There's those 2. They're always working together here in Corruption. They're asking me if we want to fight together. I'm just telling them I'm just leaving, but have a good hunt, guys. Be safe. The people are really nice on this server, I have to say. I'm really finding that the community is like super friendly and really helpful. Really enjoying this server, I have to say. Harvest. Hello there, Psodia. How are you doing tonight? I'm enjoying my time here on this server, Psodia. We were talking about the whole topic of the PvE server versus the normal servers. I'm really enjoying myself. This just feels like it was the best choice ever to come here. He's saying that he needs more powerful scrolls. I'm just telling him, yeah, I had to buy mine. The mage in Deeper, he sells them. Ragtag on. Do you mind, Ragtag, actually, can I advertise your services to these guys? He's deeper in the dungeon right now. Okay, sure. Okay, so let me just check what your name was again here, like your character name. Early. His name is Early. He's in Deeper. Yeah, and actually he is watching my stream so he can see this conversation we're having, and he'd be happy to do business with you. Rectac, can I give your Discord name to them? Oh, you're in Oasis now. Okay. He said he's actually left to go to Oasis. I'm asking him. Yes, okay. I'll give you his Discord name. Okay, let me just check that. Let me check that now. There we go. Good. It's from him. It's from him. I got my e-bolt. So nice. So nice to have that now. Good. Okay. And if you guys want to see my stream, I'm Catspur on Twitch. There we go. Yeah, I see these two guys in here quite a bit actually. So they've seen my whole progress from rags to riches. They saw me when I came on my first day, and they saw me like dying, and yeah, they've been working together here. So the fighter guy, he does the fighting, and then the mage heals him up as they go along. Okay, I am off. See you guys later. Be safe. Oh, so many imps. There we go. Gotta say that the graphics here, just like the environment and everything, is so beautiful here in Corruption. Like, the graphics are so pretty, and apparently the higher end dungeons are even prettier, so I am really looking forward to going and exploring those tonight. And Bloody Syndrome, these two guys, they're like proper players. I'm not sure what you meant there. Yeah, these are actual players. And Sugar Rich, no, it's very empty still. I see enough. I see enough players that there's like people around. Like we've just seen like people come into this dungeon, but it's not so much that people are like really competing for like mobs or for resources. So at least from my end, like I'm happy with like how empty it is actually, really. And I'm sure, you know, the thing is, here's the thing. Like, I cannot be the only one who is in the same predicament that's playing on the official servers. I am pretty sure that as time goes by and people start to be in the same situation that I was, that they start to outgrow the PvE zones on the official servers, they're probably going to come to the same situation that I did, that they need to get the higher end stuff from the wilderness zones, and then they get frustrated and then they start looking at this kind of PvE server. So I am pretty sure that we're going to see many more people sort of come into this server in the future. I'd be so curious to know like how many other people have been experiencing the same sort of like process that I have of, you know, at first. Like, the thing is that I was so hopeful because even though I knew that there was the PvP zones, I assumed it would be like Ultima Online, and I did not mind the PvE side of the old days in Ultima Online, but the problem is that to get into the PvP zones here, you have to go through a bridge. A lot of times you have to go through a bridge. Like, for instance, here, I was just showing this on my oh, we have to get outside, actually. I'll show you guys once we get outside. Hold on. And we're almost out of here. Just have 3 more imps to take care of over here. Actually, actually, I think I'm just going to run through these guys. I'm just going to run through them. And hello, Keenan. I didn't notice you had been there. That you'd come to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Is this actually your first time, Keenan, being on my stream? And thank you so much for the 100-bit cheer. I did not notice at all. I was just like, trying to take care of those nasty little imps. Oh, thank you so much for the subscription, Keenan. Aw. So for those who don't know, and I'm sorry if I embarrassed you yesterday, Keenan, on Marquee Dragon's stream. So basically what happened is that, first of all, Keenan is, he's one of the developers of Worm Online, which is my favorite MMO in the whole wide world. And so we were both just viewers of Marquee Dragon's stream last night, and then I embarrassed poor Keenan, didn't I? I was saying that, do you guys know who Keenan is? And and then, you know, acting like you're a big celebrity. But in my books, you are a big celebrity, Keenan. I think you guys who make Worm Online, you're heroes to me, really. So, and of course, most people have not even heard of Worm Online, but I don't mind. To me, Worm is just the best, so... So you have superstar status in my brain, at least. It was fine. Good. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Like whether Marquee Dragon actually, if you guys can get some kind of thing together where Marquee Dragon were to sell like worm codes, that would be pretty funny. I mean, I know Marquee Dragon from way back in the Ultima Online days. Way, way, way back from, you know, the late 90s and stuff like that. Early, how do you say? 00s? and I would actually buy like Ultima Online codes from him. So he's been doing that code stuff for a long, long, long time. And hello, Mr. Pryor. How are you doing tonight? Nice to see you here. Yeah, good luck, Sugar Rich, with your when you join the server. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, heck yeah. So I was thinking the same thing when you were saying here a little bit earlier that that you kind of like the idea of maybe sometimes getting PK'd, but if it's out of control, that's bad. Yeah. I mean, this is the thing that I would enjoy that in Ultima Online. I would enjoy the danger of, you know, going to chop trees or mine or something like that, and knowing that there's this danger. But the thing is that, well, there's the two differences. Okay, first of all, the geometry of the land. So now we can finally open this map, right? And hold on, let me just actually open it from the browser. Hold on here. Let's open it from here. Thank you so much for the follow. 444123123. Legends of Aria Celador. Here we go. So, and let's put the show protected areas. And so, for those who don't know, the way that Legends of Aria works is that these green zones are the PvE areas, and then everything else is PvP. So, but the way that it worked in Ultima Online was that and this is way back in the old days, okay, before there was the split between Trammel and Felucca. So the way that it worked in Ultima Online is that you would have a town. So let's say, for instance, the town of Vallis, okay? So where's Vallis town? Let me just turn that off again. So yeah, let's just assume that this is the town now, okay? So in Ultima Online, the towns would be guarded areas. And then if you were to go out of those guarded areas, I mean, you could have gone in this direction, that direction, this direction. So that meant that the PKs could not camp, you know, unless they would have made a full circle around every single town. Thank you so much for the follow, NVVYN. And so, but the way that it works here is that some of the zones, the only way you can access them is through these choke points. So, for instance here, if you were to go to the Barren Lands, that would mean that you would have to cross a bridge from here, cross a bridge from here, or go through the gate, the gatekeeper, which is here. So that means that the PKs can just camp these areas and just wait for people to drop in. And that's what happened a few weeks ago as I came through the gatekeeper, and like 30 seconds in, I got ganked by a group of reds. And I just have such bad luck with that, like every time I go over there. Now these areas, if you're to, because obviously you can just start running in any which way direction, these are not so bad. And I have much more successfully been able to go into these areas just by running through these edges. But whenever I go into areas that are like have a choke point, like for instance going over the bridges here, or going into Oasis or the Barren Lands, that's what happens to me. So, and also the other choke points as well is that a lot of these areas, they have like, or all of them I guess, have like a big like fence, like a big wall that separates. So there's this wall that goes along the edges, and the wall has openings. There's like these gateways. So basically I guess PKs could camp those like openings in the wall as well. So that's a major difference from Ultima Online. So you had a much better chance in Ultima Online of just like wandering off into some direction, because PKs would not know like what they could camp. Of course, the PKs in Ultima Online is they could camp the dungeons, right? Or else like certain like mob spawns, but But yeah, like otherwise it was quite different. But so there you had a much better chance of like going to chop wood and mine and stuff, and you didn't have to worry so much. So yeah, but it just got a little bit too much for me. So I'm so happy now that I switched to this server, and I know now that I can do anything I want here without any player stopping me, and that is just an amazing, amazing feeling. So. Oh, you had a chat with Retro Keenan about that. It's definitely something you'd be interested in. Yeah. Gotta make a few tweaks to the code system first, which you guys wanted to make anyhow. Okay, that would be awesome. I mean, you know, obviously, Marky, he first started in Ultima Online with the codes, so, you know, a lot of people who know Marky and follow Marky, they're like old Ultima Online players. And the way that has a significance in regards to Worm codes is that obviously a lot of those people might be able to find Worm Online through his codes, right? Because obviously Worm Online is going to have its own page then somewhere on his website. So, you know, it's the same type of players who would enjoy, like, who enjoy the both games. Hey there, Fights Games. I went to a community server, so I'll put the command here in the chat so you can see which server I'm on. So it's a community server. It is the Aria Europe PvE server, and yeah, it feels good. And hello there, Sir Heater. Welcome to the stream. Let me see. I'm sure I've missed some messages here. Yeah, it might be your first time, Keenan. I don't remember seeing you here, but do you notice that you have the fancy schmancy VIP badge on you? Yeah, gotta have the VIP badge as a developer of Worm. Okay, I think I have caught up with everyone. Good. So, let's get rid of all of this crap in my backpack. And you know what I'm going to do, Keenan? I was inspired by Marquis Dragon's stream last night, seeing him open those chests in Pyro's Landing. I did not realize that the towns had chests that you can open. So now that they have removed, so that dungeon that we were just in, I know, Keenan, you probably haven't, like, how long have you been playing now Legends of Aria, actually? I'm not sure whether you saw Corruption before, but before in Corruption, in the dungeon Corruption, it was full. It was just full to the brim of chests. Almost every room had a chest you can lockpick, but they have removed them from Corruption now. So, to get my lockpicking up with this character before I move on to the higher end dungeons, I want to get her lockpicking up a little bit. So inspired from Marquis Dragon's stream last night, I am actually going to go and practice my lockpicking a little bit in Pyro's Landing, and then we shall be off to another dungeon. Another dungeon for the... well, it's going to be the second time, actually. I have tried one other dungeon one time, so I've tried this one. Hold on, where is it? So the one dungeon I went to very, very briefly was the one that's in the Barren Lands. Let's just have a look at this again. So I've been to Halls of Deception once, just very briefly. And that was on Crimson Sea, and I was super nervous about being there. And that has like rat mages and like rat people. So we have been there. So skill level 90 to 100. Let's see, what would be a good one? That's an awakening. 70 to Halls of Ruin. Skill level 70 to 80. So maybe that would be a good one. That would be a good one probably to go to, actually. Halls of Corruption 50 to 75, which we were just at. So I might be able to actually manage a Halls of Ruin at this point. Yeah, and actually it's close to Pyro's Landing as well. So this is perfect. We'll go to Pyro's Landing, do a little bit of lockpicking, and then we'll head out to Halls of Ruin. So that I've never seen. I have no idea what it looks like at all. So that's going to be cool. Let's see how that goes. Oh, you've been playing for 1 week. I see, Keenan. So have you been in Halls of Corruption yourself yet? And do you know where it is? That's it's a good idea to get in there. Like, what kind of character do you actually have? Like, what kind of skills? Is it a mage or an animal tamer, or what do you have? Oh, Ruin is tough because of the liches with silence. I see, Ragtag. So not such a good one for mages then. Actually, the toughest of them all. Really? What would you recommend, Ragtag, for me to go to next? Or do you think that I can actually, now that I can throw e-bolts most of the time without fizzling, do you think I can actually handle any other dungeon at this point? You're working on a mage as well, Keenan. I see. You kind of went nuts with trade skills. Yeah, the work orders are so fun to do in this game. They are so fun to do. You can really find yourself putting a lot of hours into crafting in this game. Deception. Okay. Let's have a look where deception is then. Let's have a little sneaky peek. So was deception the one actually in Oasis? Yeah, that's the one. Okay, with the rats. Okay. Well, maybe I will head up there then. Yeah, because actually when I went there before, I think it was with my animal tamer when I was still on Crimson Sea, and it was relatively easy actually. The only thing that scared me was actually like reds coming in, and thankfully that time, even though I was on stream, they did not come in. At that point, I'm not sure why that didn't happen. You would have thought that they would have, like, you know, stream sniped me. First level of deception is easier than corruption. Seriously? Wow. Okay, we shall head up there then. Okay, let's get rid of the stuff here. So, I have, oh, what is it? Only 78. I thought I had more leather hides, but it's getting up there. It's getting up there. Now let's just see now what we need. Oh, and a question, Ragtag. Do the mobs in Deception, do they drop reagents, or do I need to take tons and tons of reagents with me? Put our loot away. So how much money did we actually make just now? 47 silver. Not bad, not bad. Oh, and this is a weird bug, guys. Like whenever I come out of Halls of Corruption and I want to put the stuff here on the ground, you see it's saying this that you cannot reach that. So I actually have to log off and then log back on for that to work. It's so weird. Very annoying. I have not noticed that bug. Like, I think that's a pretty new bug. Oh, only casters, maybe 25% of them give. Okay, so it's worth taking a fair amount of reagents with me then. Good to know. So Keenan, how are you enjoying the game actually, compared to Worm? And I guess that's not a good question to ask a developer, is it? You don't want to be like, what if they wanted to actually tell you that, Well, I'm actually having much more fun in this game than I am in Worm, the game they're developing. So you wouldn't want to actually answer that question. So I will ask instead, Keenan, are you enjoying Legends of Aria so far? You've been you've been playing it non-stop in your free time, so I'm guessing you're enjoying it then. And Keenan, did you play Ultima Online back in the day? Because this is the experience that you had in Ultima Online. That's why you always hear me like going on and on and on and on about Ultima Online. Okay, now I can finally place this stuff on the ground. It should not give me that error message this time. Oh, and that's probably what was going on. Okay, so leather hides, 156. Okay, that's much better because I thought I'd put the leather hides into this pile before, but obviously it had that message that I cannot reach, and I didn't notice that. So now you can see when I logged back on, it corrected itself. So Ragtag, I have 3 fine scrolls, and I have 156 leather hides for you. I just need to gather you much more leather hides, and then we can do some more business. Now, where is the ruin? Don't I have a ruin scroll here? Seriously. Well, we'll put one here then. Start a new stack. And Keenan, do you have your own plot yet? Oh, you did play Ultima Online. I see. Just not very well. PKers, yeah. You went back with Trammel and played for a bit, but couldn't get back into it, yeah. The thing with Trammel was it was like sort of overly Care Bear in a way. I don't know. Like it lost the edge. It lost something when they did that split. So, okay, and money. Yeah, this is what I was trying to do just a moment ago, is lock down this money pile, but I couldn't. I kept on saying that you can't reach, so it's a weird bug. That was not there before. Now, mushrooms. Now, the amount of... Yeah, we gotta make sure we take enough reagents with us. Mana Missile. Where is the Mana Missile? I think it's actually at the end here. There we go. And then, bandages. We should take a ton of bandages. What I'll actually do is I'll put some in the bank. I will put some in the bank. Let's get this horsey out. It's a pack horse, so I can put some stuff in the pack horse. And let's take a whole bunch of bandages with us. We have 2,784 right now. Let's just take 1,000 and put some in the bank. Lock that back down. And then what else do we need? Reagents. I don't actually have any reagents in the bank right now. So how many do I have here? 563. Let's take 100 to put in the bank, and then let's take 100 to carry with us for doing some fighting later on. Actually, we're going to be doing, of course, the lock picking first, so I don't really actually have to carry that stuff with me. So let's just actually put all of the reagents in the horse for now. Let's see now. Take some mushrooms. Don't really use mushrooms with the current spells that I'm using, but good to have some in the bank anyhow. Let's take 100 of those as well. Lock down. And ginseng as well. Good. And these are all locked now? Yes. Good. And our bandages are locked down. Yes, okay. And we have one lock, and maybe I should take one mage's outfit with me as well for the bank. Always good to have an extra mage outfit in the bank, isn't it? I seem to burn through them quite a bit. And then also the pants are over here. Where are the pants? Oh, don't I have any pants here? What's going on? I thought I had a whole bunch of pants as well. Interesting. I guess I don't. Just helms and robes and tunics. Okay. And oh, another lockpick, just in case. Well, I'm the lockpicks, they last for a long time, but you never know. Especially if that's what we're going to train today. So let's take one lockpick with us as well. One extra one. Just to be on the safe side. Okay. We're ready to go, and off we go to Pyro's Landing then. And I think actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to Hearthstone to Elder Village and then go through the gatekeeper. Hey there, it's Jor. Nice to see you again. I have decided to start a new life on a community server. So up till now I've been playing on Crimson Sea, but now a few days ago I started playing here on this server. I will just put it in the chat. This is a PvE server. And then let's actually put that stuff in the bank since we're here. Oh, I'm lost. We need to go up here. So, nice little outfit. Lockpick. And the bandages are on the horse. My extra bandages. And I don't know now why. Oh yeah, now I know why I split those, because we're not going to even need, I don't want to weigh down my inventory if I'm just like going in the town. I'm not going to need my reagents at all, and they weigh quite a bit, so we will actually just put them here for now. We want to get everything as light as possible, and of course I could do this. I should actually wait until I get to Pyro's Landing to do what I'm doing now, because you never know if there's something along the way, but I highly doubt it. So just let's actually make sure our inventory is completely empty from anything except the only thing we need is our lockpick. Just keep everything really empty. I wonder if you're like, wait, one. Okay, good. It is good now. We are ready to do some lockpicking. So we'll head over to the gatekeeper and then go to Pyro's Landing. And Discord is beeping away there, so I'm just going to shut that. Sorry about that, guys. Hey there, Nerd Figure. Nice to see you again. Welcome to the stream. And Keenan, you don't have a plot yet. I see, I see. So Keenan, what's your feeling about the whole PvP versus the PvE thing? Do you think that you might be actually coming to this community server at some point? Well, of course, you should probably, you know, see how it feels. See how it feels. And, you know, it's always a good second option if you also get frustrated like I did. And Hekios, when you were saying a little bit earlier there, you were saying use all of your stuff on the ground. What did you mean by that? The stuff that was on my plot? What do you mean by use it? You're seriously thinking about it. You like the danger of PvP, but you've heard a lot about the camping already. Right. Right. Yeah, and especially if you've only been for a week. You know, that means that it's, you know, you haven't devoted too much time and effort yet. Okay, so we need to go to Pyro's Landing from here. There we go. The guards are really efficient around here. They will definitely, if a mob comes into, you know, too close, they will definitely just run in there and take care of them. Unlike worm guards. Worm guards are a little bit more on the lazy side, I'm afraid. I'm going in the complete wrong direction here. We need to be going up this direction. Now, so I guess I can start like looking for these chests then, right? And I need to, yeah, I do have it actually a keybind for that already. So let's start hunting for the chests. Now, I guess I can just start opening these things. And that's, I think that this is probably the lowest level chest as well, isn't it? This brown one. So here we go. This is the first time, guys, that I'm lockpicking with this character. First time. And it seemed to be a success right away. 39 copper. A measly 39 copper. Oh, actually, I think I saw Marquis Dragon also trying to lockpick things like wardrobes. So I'm gonna have to keep my eyes peeled for those. You know what I'm gonna do, guys? You know what I'm gonna do? I am gonna do a crazy thing now. And bear with me while we do this. I am gonna make myself, like, for those who don't know, I have been working my butt off to put together, like, these maps for Legends of Aria. I'll show you guys what I mean. So, let's see. Legends of Aria. Legends of Aria here. Map. And so what I was doing when there was downtime for the official servers was I went, it was actually this European EU PvE server that I was doing it upon, and you know, I never believed that I would actually use the character someday, like, properly. So but anyhow, I was running from place to place, and all of this map has been, like, created by taking screenshots of the mini-map and then just piecing it all together in Photoshop. And it's still a work in progress. Like, this looks super ugly. I need to get it all set up nicely. But so I can show you one that's still, like, that I'm still working on, that's unfinished. You can get a pretty good idea of what I mean. So here you can see, for instance, like, little bits and pieces are missing. And here's a good example. There's, like, one picture of the mini-map there that I've sort of, like, cropped away. And all the little red arrows need to be photoshopped away still. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Since I'm doing this anyhow, we might as well start a new map for... what is this area called? Southern Rim. Let's start a new one. And what we'll do... let's just say that, save this Southern Rim. What we'll do is we will mark down where all the chests are. Southern Rim. And then I will just delete the stuff that we have so far. There we go. And we will start taking screenshots of the mini-map. And let me just get the graphical settings. I want to have the graphical settings, well, yeah, we can keep it the way it is. Okay. So here's how it works. I take a screenshot and then I paste it in. And then I have this little mask that's ready to go. And let me just put a background image here. And this is going to be a bit slow going at first, but it's going to pick up soon. There we go. So here's our first part right there. And we're going to mark every time we find a little treasure chest. And let's just get a temporary icon somewhere. Treasure chest icon. We're just going to steal one quickly off Google. Doesn't matter. Even that image would work fine. Or actually, this is a nicer one right here. Is this a PNG actually? Oh, no, it isn't. Actually, this would be a better one. Yeah, let's just take that. And obviously, when I do this map properly someday, you know, put it up on a website and everything, I'm going to make my own icons. I mean, I don't want to steal stuff off Google. This is just a placeholder for now. And let's just mask this very quickly. Like so. And put a little stroke around it as well. There. And we have marked our first chest. Right there. Good. Why is it looking so small? It's not supposed to look so small. Why does that look so small? There's something weird going on here. Well, I guess it's supposed to look that way, yeah. Okay. So, we shall head off now to the next area and see. Let's just connect the road here. Like so. Ah, heck yes, yeah, all my stuff was on the ground, but it was locked down, so it was fine. It's a bit annoying, though, that you can't make, like, a secure container. Something is weird now. Oh, now I know what's weird. Now I know what's weird. I had zoomed in on my map, and it needs to be actually zoomed out. Okay, hold on, let's try this again. Yeah, I had zoomed all the way in. And of course you guys can't see because it's hidden underneath the panels on Twitch. So let's try this again. No wonder it was looking so strange. It was looking very, very strange. There we go. And then this little guy is right there. Just put it right on that house there. Good. And then let's go and see. There seems to be a building over here. Let's take another screenshot. Paste that together. And there's another building here. I wonder if this has a chest inside. That door is kind of weird. Oh, it's like a... Oh, there's 2 chests. Exciting, exciting. And what is it, 8? Yes. So meanwhile, while she's lockpicking, we're just going to make another icon. I'm just going to copy this icon over to this building here. And that way, as I go along, I can mark down all the chest locations. I mean, obviously, you know, probably at some point I'm going to get so used to... oh, and that one is actually not locked at all. Maybe somebody actually lockpicked that. You know, obviously at some point, if I've done this enough, I'll have gotten used to all the locations and I'll know them by heart. But when I actually put this this map up online and make like a website for Legends of Aria at some point, it's going to be handy for other people. So it's not a wasted effort. Let's just piece that together. There we go. So, where to find some chests? Let's just go around all the way, starting... We could actually go... Let's go clockwise. There's a building right here. I have to say I really like the sort of visual look of Pyro's Landing. It's quite cool. So, I wonder, can these be locked? Oh, there's a chest. I probably can't lockpick it though. These are the higher end chests, aren't they? Oh, it's at least letting me try. I should get good skill gain on this. Yeah, and it's going to take... The thing I really love that is that, like, it will keep on trying, like, forever. Let's take a screenshot while she's doing that. Because I can get the map in here meanwhile. Because it's going to take a long time for her to lockpick that one. Because that's like a higher end... that's a higher end chest right there. You can hear the little sound. And then we'll put a new lock icon right over top of that little red arrow, because that's where she is right now. Good. And she's still at it. Still hasn't, yeah, almost no chance to pick that lock. But that's fine with me, because she's getting good skill gain here while she's doing it. So let's have a little mouse over. So crates, barrels, they are containers, but they don't seem to be locked. It's just the chests, I guess. What else is in this room? Why is that bookshelf hovering up on the wall there? Bit strange. Crates. Nope, they are not locked. .4 lock picking. At least it's good practice. Oh, she has given up, so it does sort of time it out at some... Oh, that is already unlocked. What the hell? It's already unlocked, but it's still showing from the hover that it's locked. And then when I try and use my lockpick on it... Oh. These NPCs. What are these Oh, I finally got it open. Cool. So 23 copper, well, it didn't seem to have very much as far as loot is concerned. This one I probably can't even... Oh, she is trying actually this one as well. So let's have a look at the different chests here. Hold on. In the wiki... Did she already open that? No. What's happening? Why isn't she continuing? Oh, maybe it got the message that you have no chance. No chance to pick this lock. Yeah, okay. I thought so. Okay. But let's have a look here on the wiki. I have a feeling that that song is a bit on the loud side. So these are the different, this is the wiki for the lock picking, and we can see the different levels of the chests here. So I'm guessing that blue one that I tried to open, yeah, that's probably this second last one. So I'm going to have 50.1 lock picking to be able to open that one. Okay. So, off we go to the next place. Staying on our... Are those lock-pickable? No. Staying on our clockwise course here. I've never fully actually inspected or like checked out this city. None of those can be lock-picked, I'm guessing. Nope. What about these barrels? Oh, there's a chest over there. Okay. And I wonder whether the chests like spawn in random places or whether they have like certain spawn points, you know? Like I'm wondering whether it's actually useful to be marking down the chest spots at all. Because, but let's just mark it anyhow. Let's mark her like location on the map. What's going on here with this map? It's almost like it's a little bit smaller now, or a little bit larger actually. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Let's put it right there. Okay, next spot, we'll go up here. Oh, and there's a... Did I go to this house yet? Is that the house I was just at? We shall see. No, I have not been here yet. So there's the local fabrication spot, but I guess there's no nothing to be lockpicked here. Okay, we shall then head out up this ramp and see what we have. And those crates don't have anything from the hover. Same with those. So there's nothing there for us. I think it's really cool how there's this pulley, like pulling those boards and stuff around. That's pretty cool. Okay, Keenan, see you later. Let's see, what else do we have here? This is the blacksmith shop. Is there anything in here? Don't see any chests. These barrels, they're all empty. I wonder if there's any barrels that can be lock-picked. Do you guys know? Like, is it worth my time to actually hover over these crates and these barrels? Like, will you sometimes find crates or barrels that can be lock-picked? I'm guessing not, though. Like, if the listing on the lock-picking page in the wiki just shows the chests. Okay, Hekios, you probably already went, but in case you're still here, thanks for hanging out with us tonight, and I'll see you later. It's so cool, this huge ship. Imagine if, like, when they publish like boating for your players, Like, if they're ever going to bring it, I wonder if the ships are going to be, like, whether you'd actually have to... I kind of doubt it, though. Like, I don't think... Surely they would not have ships of this size for players. Surely this is just like a decoration for the town. But imagine if you actually were able to have, like, a ship like that and sail around. Like, maybe some kind of, like, transport ship. This thing is absolutely gigantic. Gigantic. Not a very pretty ship, though. Kind of looks a little bit on the plain side, but it does take your breath away a bit. What about that? Was that the blacksmith? I guess that was. Yeah, that was probably the blacksmith. Okay, what do we have here? There's the tinker. No, the trader. And there does not seem to be any chests in here. So what about upstairs? Oh, it actually has like this little upstairs spot here. But yeah, it would be nice to see like proper upstairs, like second levels to the houses at some point in this game. For oh, there's a chest. And the guard is right next to me. Now, you know, in Ultima Online, if you were to pick, I wonder how it works in this game. Like, will the guards actually, like, you know, kill you if you're trying to lockpick? I'm guessing not, though. But in Ultima Online, if you lockpicked like a chest or a crate, and you took the stuff from inside, what did it say? Did it say that it's like too hard for me? What did it say? I missed that. I'm guessing it was too hard, though, wasn't it? Is that the highest end one, actually? Is it that one? No. It's that one, so I should be able to open it. Apprentice chest. There we go. So it is. She is trying, but like, I'm guessing that the guards will not whack you here, will they? If you take the stuff from inside the chests. Nerd figure, you're saying that the galleon ships are huge. So where can I find galleon ships? Or is that a galleon ship that we just saw? I'm a little bit uncivilized as far as ships are concerned. Is there actually any other place in the game where we can see ships, or is it just in Pyro's Landing? Oh, and I should mark it on the map as well. So let's just do that. Let's just do that. And make the map of Pyro's Landing as we go along. She's still trying. Lockpicking now 32.5. I would like to get it so that at least I can... I'd like to get the skill up to a point where I can pretty easily open this this one. So let's just have a look at the list again. So that's the apprentice one. And if I were to get it so that I can pretty quickly open this one, then I feel that I'm ready to go into the next dungeon. Because the thing is that, of course, even though I can train my lockpicking there, with the spawn of the mobs, it's a little bit risky to be, you know, standing here. Like, imagine if we were now in a dungeon, I was trying to lockpick there a chest. You know, I'm making myself vulnerable to the mobs quite badly. So it'd be good to be able to get the lockpicking high enough that I can quite quickly get it open and then move on before mobs spawn. So that's the point. That's why we've come to Pyro's Landing, really. To get it up a little bit at least. just noticing something, that the horse is actually... Oh, I got it open. The horse is blinking. Look at that, guys. You see how the horse blinks? But my character does not blink at all. She's just like a zombie, just staring off into the distance. Now, if they have the horses blinking, surely they should have the characters blinking as well, just to make them feel a little bit more alive. What do you guys think? You see that? Let's have a look. See the horse blinking there? Yeah, they need to somehow our characters, like, zoomed in, they look a little bit dead, to be quite honest. Okay, so is there anything in here? There's just those barrels, just in the fissure. There's a chest over here. Nice. Let's mark that spot on the map as well. Now, we shall see once I start to do a new round whether they're actually like spawning in the same spots or not, like whether I'm being completely silly or not. It's right there. Good. Now she's starting to get the easiest chests open pretty fast, which is a good thing. And there is nothing at the end of that dock. That's Bloody Syndrome is saying that is the face of someone needing the restroom real bad. Yeah, just like staring there, like focusing. Don't pee, don't pee. And there's another ship over there. Okay. Such a beautiful game, I really have to say. It is a beautiful game. Is there anything over in this area? I should probably investigate this a little bit closer now. There's the town rogue. I hope I'm doing him proud with my handy dandy lockpicking. Nothing up there. Ooh, there is like a super duper chest right there. 2 chests. My goodness. Well, that's the hardest one right there. I don't have a chance with either of these chests. I don't think. I can try, of course, but I think both of these are the ones that I can absolutely not even touch yet. No chance to pick this lock. And I wonder as well with the spawn, I wonder whether or not it spawns the same types of chests in the same spots, you know? I'm guessing the spawn is random though, because that's at least how it was in Dungeon Corruption. We shall just mark this as well. What am I doing? There we go. Is it right there? I think so. Yeah, right there is the lock. Good. And I should actually, let's just recolor that actually. Put those in a folder. And just recolor those chests so that they're a little bit more colorful. With maybe, I don't know, turquoise or something. There we go. Bit easier to see now. Good, so that's good to know that there's 2 juicy chests hidden away there. Not that I will be able to open those types of chests for a very, very long time. Let's see. What else do we have here? I guess this is probably the local inn. Might have some chests in the back, in the bedrooms or something. We'll have a look. Yes, there are chests in here. Awesome. And actually, why isn't her torch working? I just noticed that the torch is not illuminating at all. Like, not giving a source of light. What is up with that, actually? Let's just unequip that. And equip it again and see if it helps. Nothing. Interesting. Never really seen that happen before. And my graphical settings are high, so it's not a matter of the graphical settings being too low or something. Very strange. And she got that one open. Let's move on to the other one. And this is also a little bit unnerving, that sometimes when you mouse over a chest that you've lockpicked, it says contains 1 out of 100 items. Then you go to open the chest and it has nothing inside. It's a little bit like, I don't know why that happens. Oh, and I need to mark this on the map as well. And then there is a chest location right there. Good. Is there anything outside? Anything next to the stables? Nope. Crate. What about this building over here? Is this like the cotton farmer's building or something like that? Is there anything around? Nope. Let's go inside. And there does seem to be a chest in here, which is good. Let's mark that on the map. Right there. Good. Let's go and have a look what else we can find here. Are there any other buildings on the outskirts of the city? If we look at our map, we haven't been to that one yet. Okay, so that might actually have. This one we have not been to yet. That might have some chests as well. Is there anything on the outside? Oh, the bed and the wardrobe are actually peeking through here. And the door is out of place as well. Strange. There we go, there's 2 chests. Let's mark that on the map as well. go. Our little map is coming along nicely. Actually, this is kind of useful at this point still. Now, are there any other buildings? We've already been to that one. So, I guess what we did not explore actually is this area. So, we'll still go to the building that we first started off at, which is just over here. And then when we get inside the city walls, I'll start counterclockwise inside, because we have not explored the sort of eastern areas of the city. .9 lockpicking now. And that, those easiest ones, the easiest chests are coming along very nicely. Now if we could just get the next level chests to open as sweetly as those do, then I'll be ready to go to, hold on, let me just check the map. Yeah, there's one house down there still. So let's head down here and then go into the city walls. I have not really checked what kind of loot I've been getting so far. So it seems like I'm getting lots of shovels. So 3 shovels so far. Some mushrooms, 2 mushrooms. 345 copper, which is about 3.5 silver. And a hunting knife. What are we gonna get from this one? Some money. So the loot is not very, is not anything to write home about. That's for sure. But I'm guessing that's going to get better and better as we progress to the next ones. Now, this time we're going to go counterclockwise. So we're going to start off on this end here this time. So this is the Tinker, and does the Tinker have any... You would think that the Tinker would be the very shop to have lots of chests in, but alas, there are no chests here. Those crates don't offer anything either. Oh well. What do we have over here? There's this kind of little arena. Oh, and it's actually like a PvP arena. So even though we are on a PvE server, you can come here to duel. We're in the wilderness area. It actually went red right now. So that's kind of cool that even though we're on a PvE server, there's still the possibility if you want to do a duel with someone that you could do that. And did we already go to the blacksmith? I think we did. So hold on now. Just look at the map here. Well, we have... Let's at least mark the map, get that filled, because there's this little gap over here. Let's get that marked down on the map at least. So is that it for all the chests now then? So they're all along the sort of west and south. Okay, so it sort of goes in a circle. So this is kind of interesting, guys. Now, marking these chests down, we can see that it actually forms a circle. That it's like this circuit that you can go along. we're not finding any chests here on the northern edges of the city. I have not, of course, I don't think have I checked the general shop yet? Let's have a look. So actually this was useful after all to do this. I was kind of thinking like maybe this is kind of a useless thing to do, but it's actually telling us that that it is worth doing this kind of circuit. MMO Kella, I think everyone's just lurking, to be honest. And just listening to me chatter along here. Okay, there's one chest in here. So there is one chest. Okay, good. And this seems to be like an art shop. There's a little hand icon over that easel. Let me just check here. Can you actually... Like, I know something that people were... Yeah, there's... I wonder if this is going to have a functionality in the future, guys. You know how in Ultima Online there was easels and like paintbrushes and stuff? And I think people were hoping that someday you could actually do some kind of like painting. Like the way that they could... I mean, obviously that's going to be like too complex to have it so that you could actually draw something and then people would do like penises and stuff all the time. But like it could work the same as The Sims. So in The Sims there's of course like a certain amount of templates of the types of like paintings your character can do. So it could be similar to that there'd be like, you know, I don't know, 10 different types of paintings and then you could like make paintings to put on your walls. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, they should do it like it's in The Sims. Now, are any of these lock-pickable other than the chest? Let's just get the chest out of the way. But yeah, MMO Kella, it is pretty quiet. Everyone's being pretty quiet right now. Usually people are chit-chatting, but I'm guessing that... my guess is that most people are also playing games right now while they're watching the stream. At least that's what I do when I'm... I very rarely will sort of watch a stream just for the sake of watching the stream, you know? It's usually like a sort of like background... something to listen to in the background. Okay. And then we are going to mark a chest here, right there. Good. And what did we get? Copper and another hunting knife. Okay. So I'm going to actually have to log off in a while, but before I do, let's at least go and dip into the first level of deception. So I'm just going to get together some reagents. I'm going to have a little bit of a change of plans. So something has come up, I'm afraid. So I'm going to have to... But before I quit the stream, I would like to go to check out Deception first. So let's very quickly just get together a little bit of a... Well, I got 2 hunting knives. Wow. Actually, I need to have 1 hunting knife with me in case there's something to skin. Let's put together some reagents. Where did I put them? Here they are. Let's put... let's take 200 moss with us. And 50 of these other ones. The bolt... the e-bolt. Oh, why did I start eating that reagent? The e-bolt uses the moss, so that's the one that we're going to need the most of. And then a whole bunch of bandages is what we need as well. So let's take 200 bandages with us. Good. And then we have lockpicks with us. Let's put the money away. And we are ready to go. So let's head off to Oasis. And this time we do not have to be worried about getting ganked. And it's such a delicious, delicious, delicious feeling. Such a nice feeling to know that I don't have to be like feeling... I don't have to have this sort of pit in my stomach that some player is going to come and ruin the whole experience for us. So this is going to be my first time going to what would normally be a PvP area here on this PvE server. We don't have to worry about anything except the mobs, which is so, so sweet. So what time is it over here? It is almost 10 o'clock in the evening over here in Finland. Let's go over to Oasis. And off we go. Now, thanks to the handy dandy map that I have, we can see it already here where I have to go. So off we go into this direction, and we're just like leaving, we're just departing this spot here. And we can see all these little splotches. Of course, you guys can't see my mini-map, so that's kind of useless to show you actually. But I can see from my mini-map in the game, like I can tell like where I'm going exactly by comparing it to this map, so it's quite handy. Chabney, you guys are concentrating. What are you concentrating on, Chabney? Oh, could you put screenshots in the paintings in the Sims ragtag? I did not know that. What are you doing in Worm, Du Jensen, right now? And Drac, welcome to the stream. Yes, I did. So I made that map by piecing together screenshots of the mini-map. I just need to get it all like pretty and finished and do it all the rest of the areas, and then I will publish them. I want to make a fan website for Legends of Aria at some point. So we are right here right now. I can see from my mini-map. So we just need to go up a little bit more. And for those who don't know, if you ever want to make your character auto-run, you can just do this, that you alt-tab to another window while you're running, like so. You can hear my horses running, and I have my cursor over here. Oops, but she bumped into the wall, but I'll show you again. So let's do that again. So if you ever want to make your character auto-run, now alt-tab, you can see I can move my mouse around, but she's just like running away. So we're right here right now. We just need to go over here. So you're grinding and you're channeling, Du Jensen. I see. Working on your priest. MMO Kel, it's 2 p.m. So you're over in North America then. Whereabouts in North America are you? You can also press numlock. Really? Really, Drac? Okay. So I wonder if it works on my keyboard though, because I have the Finnish key, the Finnish keyboard layout, numlock. Where is it? It's right there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So this has an actual official auto-run. I did not know that. That is so awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us, Drac. My goodness. That is so awesome. And I've just been using this like little hack to do that up till now, and I feel so stupid. Wow, that's awesome to know. So here we go, guys. Reds do not have any chance to touch me here, and I can just go in here and enjoy. Oklahoma City, MMO Kella. I see. Oh yeah, because we have. I should have left my horsey. Well, actually, I can just keep my horse in the backpack. So now let's just enjoy this. So apparently, people have been telling me that you can just like shut the doors behind you to sort of like control the crowds inside. Oh, actually, guys, I wonder now. I wonder. Okay, how am I gonna... I'm a little bit nervous now. Oh yeah, the door is closed. Oh, no, that's not even a door. Okay. So nobody's attacking. Oh. Oh, that's like a trap. Okay. I'm like a complete noob in here right now. Let's go over here. I wonder what people do. Do they like shut them behind them or not? Okay, there's a mob over there. Let's try and lure him over here. Come on, old lizardman. Come on, let's play a little bit. At least my poison is doing a lot of work on that lizardman. Wow, what the hell? How was that so easy? How was that so easy? So, here's a question for you, Ragtag. So when I got in here... Actually, I need to ask you this privately, okay? So I'm gonna ask you a question privately in the Twitch chat. Something I'm feeling a little bit nervous about right now. So let me just put my character here off to the side. Feeling a little bit nervous about something. So I'm just gonna ask you now. And hopefully went to the right ragtag. There seems to be a lot of ragtags here in Twitch. So did you get that ragtag? And Drac, yes, I'm on a community server. I'm on this server. I'll just put in the chat. It's a PvE server for the EU area. In Discord, sure, Ragtag. So I will do that. I will do that. And question sent. And if you can answer me in Discord, I'm... Oh, okay. Seriously, okay. So the question I was asking Ragtag, because I was like totally freaked out, I'll show you guys. So I'll take a screenshot of this and I'll show you guys the screenshot. So you guys cannot see my mini map because the Twitch panels are like the panels are covering it. But look at my mini map. It's showing wilderness, and that usually means PvP area. So then I started to freak out because I thought to myself that okay, so does that mean that the dungeons are like an exception on this PvE server, that actually I could get ganked here in the in the dungeons? And I was like, my heart sank, and I was like, no. So Ragtag being on this server, I sent him like this question like, are these like, is this like a PvP area? And he said no, that I'm safe. So it's just displaying it wrongly in a way. Oh, I'm so relieved, Ragtag. I was like so like, what? No. You thought the same thing when you first went into Brecca Mines and you were super nervous, right? Yeah, because the thing is that you know how when we go into areas like Oasis, that still says guarded, right? But then it changed to wilderness when I came in here, so oh, I'm so relieved to hear that that is not the case. Ooh, so relieved. Okay, so yeah, let's get back to killing these lizard men. So this seems really easy, and you know though, I'm not seeing any chests here. So did they remove the chest from here as well? And these guys are so easy that I can just like put a couple poisons on them. And just like, they do a lot of damage, my poisons to these lizard men, much more than they do to the imps. The imps would not die that easily. Can these be harvested? Yes, they can. Okay, awesome. Get some nice leathers for ragtag. So, hey there, Sylvester. This is the PvE server, the EU server. It's a community server. Nerve of that archer. This is super easy. You were right, Ragtag. Like, these guys are much easier than corruption. What is going on here? Wow. Oh yeah, I keep on forgetting to harvest. Oh my goodness. Ah, they're these better, like they're not the basic leather ones here. Okay. I think I need to go and heal a bit. Those archers do quite a bit of damage, actually. Need to get my mana up as well. But yeah, it's super easy in here. What the hell? How is that possible? And Sylvester, you're asking whether I play the Legends of Ultima server. I know about the server, but I do not play it, no. Even though I'm an old Ultima Online fan, for some reason, I have no interest really in playing a server that is sort of emulating Ultima Online. Here in Legends of Aria, I kind of want to play Legends of Aria for the sake of Legends of Aria, you know? Even though, of course, the game is like, you know, almost identical gameplay-wise. Still, there's something about that and some of these can be harvested, others cannot. Okay. But I'm not seeing any chests. So that one time that I did visit here before the big change to the dungeons, I could swear that I saw a whole bunch of chests here. So, Ragtag, do they have any chests here in Deception? Or do I have to get into the deeper levels? Oh, level 2 has chests. Okay. Well, that's good. Because that would have been kind of depressing if this one didn't have any chests either. Because I think that's like part of the whole fun of going into a dungeon is to try and like fight through the mobs and then get to the chests. and do it like quickly before new mobs spawn. Like I find that so much fun. It was such a like a disappointment when they removed them from. Oh, some of these do have the leather hides, which is the ones that you need. Okay. Entrance is a ladder in the southmost part. I see. Okay. Oh, I got some will. I gained the will. And that is, that's sort of like spell reflection, isn't it? Do I remember correctly? Let's have a look here. Will, oh no, that was wisdom, that's spell reflection. Will is, reduces the chance you'll be stunned. Okay. Okay then. Yeah, these guys, like, this is so easy compared to corruption. I mean, in corruption, you just have this never-ending amount of, like, imps spawning on you all over the place. What is going on? How is this so easy here? Easy peasy. Yeah, Sylvester, I do that actually normally, but the fact that I have to, because I have to skin them, right? I have to get harvest the, I mean, obviously I could do it from the ground, but it's just like, since I'm harvesting them anyhow, like normally I would just like left click them to, if I didn't have to harvest. So I wonder what these vipers give. Let's, oh. They're quite easy to kite. Like we got, oh, that's so cute. That one like snake. Look at these snakes. They're like, oh guys, we got locked in here with this nasty old mage. They're like, oh, they want to get back into the, I don't know if you guys can see. They want to get back into their room. That's a, oh, and I'm actually almost dead. Holy shit. How did I, oh, they do a lot of damage, those little snakes. My goodness. I was just taking my, my health for granted there. Wow. I'm glad I noticed that before I started to actually attack them. What the hell? That was really close, actually. Okay, let's get our mana up a bit. So MMO Kella, you played on the Legends of Ultima server and it confused you because you played on a normal Aria server first. They changed the names of the cities and dungeons and spells, I see. But have they changed the map to look like the Ultima map then? Southeast corner, I see. Okay, good to know, Ragtag. I'm just sort of exploring still at this point, but I'll start heading there soon. But these poor snakes, they just want to get back to their own little lair. Oh, now I know what did damage to me. There's some kind of like, yeah, I gotta be careful about those, there was like a trap. That was not the snakes actually that did that, it was the trap. Gonna have to be very careful with those traps. What kind of leather do these guys give? Okay, they give the beast leather, which is pretty cool. But they seem rather like boring. Okay, let's see. If I just go off to the side. Yeah, so poor little viper. He just wants to get back in there, but he's gonna die now. Easy peasy. They kept the map the same. I see. Thank you so much for the follow, Freedom Jesus. Welcome to the stream. And Boogard, welcome to the stream as well. I don't think I've seen you on my stream before. to get my mana up. Yeah, so, okay, so what's the point of the Legends of Ultima server if all they did was, like, because I was imagining they would have, like, reshaped the, because there's, I'm assuming that as a, if you own a server, you can do, like, a map edit, that you can edit the map, right? So what's the point if they're just, like, changing the names of the cities? Surely it should be shaped the same as the Ultima map. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Okay. So it cannot necessarily be edited then. Okay. Because the way I got that that assumption was when I was watching, I think it was Oxford's stream one time, and this was during the Christmas time when all the servers were down for that long time, like for a week or so. And so everyone was playing on community servers because they had nothing else to do. And I remember Oxford going to the Legends of Ultima server back then, and I somehow remember him sort of chatting with the owners of that server, and I have this kind of vague remembrance of them saying something that you can edit the map, but I'm not 100% sure, to be quite honest. Oh shit, I have to watch out for those traps. A work in progress, yeah. Okay, so I think, guys, I have to wrap up the stream now, but I'm gonna use this opportunity to, at least what we did tonight was, if we just sort of go over what we accomplished tonight, I was able to show you guys just how far you could take a mage in a few days if you worked hard. So this mage I started the day before yesterday, so she's, you know, and she's already now in Deception, casting e-bolts, so that was pretty fast. And we grinded a little bit in Corruption and got some leather hides gathered, and then we went to try out the lockpicking in Pyro's Landing, put together a little bit of a map to get started with Southern Rim, and then we came and tested out Deception, now without PKs. So I think I'm gonna wrap up the stream, or I have to wrap up the stream actually. I would actually love to stream still for a long time, but I have to go, I'm afraid. And yeah, you're gonna definitely be seeing me stream Legends of Aria much more now that I am on this new server. So yeah, I will hope to see you guys again soon, and I hope you all have an awesome weekend. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, guys, and talk to you guys later.